make some closing remarks. You'll have a minute and a half to do that, and we'll just continue to follow the same order. So Bob, we'll start with you.
First, thank you, Wendy, David, Christy, and Mike, and thank you, Scott, for moderating, and thanks to everyone for coming out today on a lovely Saturday afternoon. Sunday afternoon. Thank you. Easton has a lot of challenges before us, from how to get information to townspeople without a newspaper, how to preserve our rural character, how to keep seniors in town, and how to hold the line on taxes while keeping our schools top flight. We will promote policies that enhance our public education system, both to meet our obligation to present and future generations and to protect our home values. As I've said before, nothing is more inextricably linked to the value of your home than the quality of our schools. We'll promote policies to make Easton an even better place for seniors to live by improving our already outstanding senior tax relief program and senior center and library. We'll find opportunities to mitigate the tax burden by looking for new sources of revenue. One such possibility is to determine whether, in fact, Aquarian is paying the right amount of taxes. The Board of Selectmen must keep townspeople informed and involved so that realistic solutions can be identified and implemented. David and I have many years of combined experience fashioning public policy and working as part of publicly facing boards that must speak for all the people. We've done it before, and we want to do it again as members of the new Board of Selectmen. I ask you for your vote on November 5th. Thank you.
I recently had the opportunity to go down to WICC in Bridgeport and brag about our town a little bit. The radio station is trying to reach out and highlight some of the local communities, and in full disclosure, I know the anchor, and she called me and said, come talk about Easton. I was more than happy to do that. We have a great little town, and I have been honored to serve on your Board of Selectmen for the past year and a half. You supported me last year in the special election, and I ask for your support again. It has been a pleasure and a privilege to be on the board with both Bob and Adam, and it is a great privilege to be on this ticket again, asking for your support. We do have a lot of things we can focus on to improve. Communication, I think, is one of them. The lack of a newspaper does make it very difficult. We can't rely upon Facebook as our sole means of communication, but it is a tool. Earlier this year, we tried to get more, in an effort to get more information out there and make it easier for everybody to find it. I worked with Christine Halloran, and we reviewed a policy, and now if you're interested in serving on a board or commission in town, there's one place on our town website you can go, and you can see all the openings. Hopefully more people will check that out and become engaged in what we are doing. We started an effort earlier this year to try to get our town meetings not only posted on Channel 79, but posted online, so you can watch them at your convenience. We're getting there. It is a process, and we are working on it, but it is trying to improve the communication and the knowledge and the awareness in town. Because unfortunately, as much as we do to try and put the information out there, people do need to be willing. So I, again, thank you for your support. Thank you for being here, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Thanks, Christine. Mike?
This better be good. The primary function of the Board of Selectmen is property values. How are they doing? They both go on about open communications. The Republicans stifled it. They put the proposal out. The Democrats rubber stamped it. Folks, you have no voice. I am the answer. You have a question. I am the answer. I am the messenger of change, a vehicle of change, and the transporter of change. The change is up to you. It's your choice. You've heard us speak. It was great doing battle with you guys. I've enjoyed this process immensely. This is the most thankless job in town. On the past fundraisers, I've had experience with boards and committees. Nothing but volunteers. We are a volunteer committee, board-driven town. This is the simplicity of it. I am the logical choice, the only choice, the right choice. Easton is in my DNA. I'm a product of the schools. It's in my blood. I fought to get on this podium. I will fight to restore the voice back to you people. Don't let any of these people sway you. pack of lies. We all know what politics is. It's a den of thieves. Gentlemen, ladies, welcome aboard. I am here. I have arrived. I am not going anywhere. I am very passionate about my town. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Blake. David, you're next.
I think for this, I will actually stand up. First, I want to thank my neighbors, and it takes a lot to get up here for all of us. So, running for First Selectman is an honor, and we look very much forward to your support. I think if you've listened, you realize that although a lot of us say similar things, there are definitely differences. I was driven to do this because of education. I think if you come to the Board of Finance discussion that will happen in a few days, if you come to the next Board of Education meeting, you will see those differences. We talk about how we support education, but I believe that the Democrats really believe that it needs to be adequately funded. We all agree on communication. We agree on transparency, but again, I think it needs to be shown what we really mean by that. My DNA is taking care of people. It's what I do. And leadership, because I've led a practice, I've led a hospital, I've led a section of orthopedics, and if you think Board of Selectmen meetings are bad, try 13 egotistical orthopedic surgeons living in their own worlds, trying to make them reach a consensus on doing anything. That's what I do. I'd like to ask you for your support and your vote on November 5th, and thank you all for being here. I think this was great.
Thank you. I've lived in town for 30 years. I've been involved with the government for 20. I love it. I want to continue doing it. I've spent over 50 hours so far going door to door and talking to people. And you know what? Most of them are happy. I don't think that there's a whole lot of lack of leadership or lack of things that are going wrong in town. I don't take that back. There's plenty of good in this town. I want to continue that. I want to continue the trend that Republicans have made of cutting our debt in half since I've been treasurer. I want to continue the trend of funding our education properly. I want to be fiscally responsible. I want to look at different things in town that maybe would help us out financially. There should be a grant writing department in our town hall that could look into different options of things. I think that there's plenty of stuff out there to happen. So I think the Republican way has been a good way. I don't think that we need to change. I think that we need a woman to maybe take over and see how we can work it that way. So thank you all for coming. I thank the parties for putting this together. Scott, thank you. And I'll see you all on November 5th.
Thanks. So I just want to personally say thank you to these fine candidates. It's been very interesting and I think intellectually stimulating dialogue. I think we've had a good discussion about a lot of important issues. And I want to thank all of you folks for coming out on this beautiful Sunday.
Hey,
Thanks.
Thanks. Yeah. And so there's so much conversation about the Board of Finance and Board of Education funding. I just want to remind everyone, the Board of Finance discussion will be held next Sunday at the library at 2 o'clock. So there was a few, it's a question and answer. If you want to be the moderator,
I asked you to be the moderator. It's a point of information.
No, but if you want to be the moderator, we'll talk. So there were a few questions in the audience that were duplicitous about education funding and the Board of Finance, and those questions should come back next Sunday. So thanks again. We'll hope to see you next Sunday at the library. Thank you.